Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Day-Glo Buffalo and this is Let's Play Technobabylon. When we last left off, we went through a whole ton of conversation in the last episode. But we're at the top of Fulcrum Tower, kind of in Central's main processing area or whatever. And well, hopefully we will now be able to actually do something, anything to stop Galatea. So let's have a look. The antenna has already been deployed and is apparently working as planned. I'm not entirely happy about that because that actually leads to Nina. No. Well, it was a nice touch that it did a little of an additional squelching sound for this guy that is apparently trapped. Well, he was squished by the elevator. All you can examine are the man's boots. The rest of his body remains pressed under the platform. Okay, so can we use the platform to maybe... Alright. So now maybe we can use Lao to examine this guy. Apparently this man was a technician. You take his wrench. Okay, so we've got a pipe wrench. There's the processor core. Well, let's take a look down there.
Wow.
Oh.
Talk about organic computing.
Okay. I guess that explains what all this is. Neural processors.
The organic component of Central's mind. I wonder if Regis has realized that this matter probably shares a lot of DNA with him. I have no idea where to begin. Biologicals are Regis's thing.
Oh, so we have to get Regis back down here? And then we've got an interface chair. The screens won't control anything, they're just data readouts. According to the readouts on the screens, the organic systems are running within tolerances. So I guess we have to get Regis back down here? Or maybe we have to interface with it, but maybe then Lada would be best suited to do that.
My God, they actually did it. I've had enough of this stuff. I ran tests on the prototypes for this stuff in the lab. I never thought they'd make so much of it.
Screens. Screens control anything. No? Power conduit.
Power conduit alpha, temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds.
Okay. I'm not sure how that's useful. Well, no, we do want to either get rid of the power or let's go back upstairs, see if there's anything we can do there. We can do Central.
I wouldn't know where to start. I understand Central's organic component, but I've no idea what this is for.
Well, I guess that would be Lao's department. I always have the wrong person around.
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
Who's he firing at? So I guess we can't, like... Yeah. Power systems cycled, reinitializing conduit alpha. Can we throw a grenade at him? I guess not. What's this ear thing?
We're getting a signal. The antenna's broadcasting. Now use the controls in the turbine room to give us access to the tower's security.
Is this the turbine room? But I don't really want to talk to Nina. Let's try putting Lada in that chair. Maybe that'll help.
Whoa, what is this stuff? This stuff's probably got amazing processing power, but they're not going to let me take it as a souvenir.
It's your sister's brain.
What is this stuff? It sure isn't wetware.
Can we just sit down?
Whoa.
Prepare you to have your mind blown. Or maybe not. Tinsel.
Mandala.
What do you want? You betrayed me.
You two-faced lying backstabber.
I apologize, Mandala.
You sold me out. They knew I was coming. What did you get out of it? How much was I worth?
Mandala, please.
You are going to regret crossing me. I have had enough of being used.
Please, be reasonable.
Get nuked. The only reason you're even here is because you're still relaying through me. Remember this moment. It's the last time you'll ever see the inside of Central.
Goodbye. Well, at least a little bit of satisfaction. Data shunt. Mailbox, trans. Anything in our mailbox? Oh, from Jinsel, received 10th of July. This was a little while ago. Yeah, 871 Cyrus Street. That was the trans den. So, what is the data shunt? Okay. It's an elevator or a teleporter. Oh, so here we got central, and here we got connection to visual systems. Oh.
Good evening, Miss Sesame.
Central, are you connected to this system as well?
From a certain frame of reference. This system is central. You are currently interfaced with my core processor.
The room full of orange globes is your core processor?
Only part of it. My processor spans the top 5 floors of Fulcrum Tower. The room in which your body resides is my organic processor network. The simulated environment you currently perceive is an interface that covers my architecture.
I've only ever seen organic computing at the microscale. What's with the huge globes?
Those are neural processors. Each is filled with specialized tissue clusters. Suspended in wetware, they represent thousands of minds worth of processing capability.
You use brain tissue?
Of a specially designed nature in vast quantities. Similar to that found within your own cerebrum.
Why would they create you like that?
It allows for a unique structure to my thought and to my development. Central is no mere civic manager. I was created as the next stage in artificial intelligence.
Oh, my own cerebrum.
Wait, you said our brain tissue is similar.
You are Latha Sesame SN134244. We share a common genesis in Dr. Varga's experiments in 2067.
You're using my gray matter?
Inaccurate. We both began from the same embryo, which was split into 3 triplets. One was developed to produce large quantities of neural tissue.
And the others were spares?
As the modification to the brain structure took place before the pluralization, we share a number of traits which enhance our comprehension of data.
It's funny. All my life I kept telling people I was made for the trance.
As were we both. The prenatal modifications remain within you and have affected brain development.
Do you know Dr. Regis?
I am aware of the activities of everyone within the city. Regis, Charles, Doctor, case specialist. Centralized Emergency Logistics Office.
That's him. He tried to kill me last night.
This is incorrect. Tried implies effort towards a targeted outcome. Analysis of data provided indicates that he has made no attempt on your life.
But my apartment? He destroyed it? He admitted it.
This is correct. It appears that his goal was material destruction under duress. Knowing of your presence, probability that he would have carried out such actions drops to 21.4%.
You're saying he wouldn't have done it?
Dr. Regis is often uncooperative and has a difficult working attitude. Despite such quirks, behavior patterns indicate justice as a key motivator. If he had known of potential civilian casualties, he would likely have sought assistance against said blackmailers from his partner.
Huh. So you're saying he's one of the good guys?
As much as could be mathematically determined.
21.4%. Well, that's still 1 in 5 cases.
I grew up in a nuked-up care home in the back end of the city, and Regis apparently had his children stolen from him. Why didn't you tell any of us about this?
Deceit has created a most regrettable situation. You have both been victims of serious crimes against your persons. I have only recently been made aware of these details.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you where you came from?
Details have been falsified for my input. I have been unaware of our links. I had, however, noted inconsistencies in the information I had been given regarding the project.
Gaps in the story.
I have been conducting my own clandestine investigation into the matter. It is only in light of the recent crisis that I have been able to confirm the truth.
Now that you know about it, what are you going to do?
I am unable to change the fact that I was created. There is evidence of Dr. Vargas's culpability in a number of felonies. To ensure city security, he will be held accountable for his actions by a secure committee.
Frankenstein's monster rises up against its creator.
I act only in the city's interest.
So it was leading its own clandestine investigation, so, well, it's got a certain amount of agency. Independent from any caretakers or administrators or whatever role Vargas has.
Do you know what's happening out there?
My flow of data from outside the tower has been severed. It appears that Galatea Vargas is attempting to modify core systems without authorization. Based upon the lockdown and lack of submitted proposals, it is likely to be a radical alteration. This cannot be permitted.
We need to stop Galatea, but maybe I should just leave it to the trained cell agents.
Our situation is grave. We are unlikely to receive outside support in time. As such, all personnel assets within the core must be utilized.
So, you want my help?
Your unique physiology enables a connection to the organic systems available to no other. In addition, your 65,717 logged hours of transactivity suggest proficiency in this field.
Is it really that many?
Your support within the interactive environment greatly increases our chances of success.
65 did. Well, Cell was counting. It was keeping track of it, apparently.
Can you do anything else to help us stop Galatea?
She appears to have barricaded herself within the Cortex processor at the top of the tower. There are 3 layers of redundant security, 2 of which I have no access to whatsoever. However, I can apply my considerable processor volume to decryption of its adaptive barrier.
That's amazing. The power of the city's entire AI versus a door encryption?
But as my connections have been limited by her attack,
sounded too good to be true.
If extra power can be routed to my systems from the Turbine Room, I can breach part of the door's security barrier. It would also allow me to prevent any further opportunistic attacks from outside parties.
Okay, so it all comes down to the Turbine Room.
Dr. Regis was chasing a bunch of embryos they took.
A set fertilized by Drs. Charles and Viksha Regis. One of these was utilized in research in 2067.
That was the one that was split. That became me, Galatea, and you? So, in a way, you're my sister?
An overly romanticized style. The organic tissue that is the foundation of my processor was created from her. Modified stem cells were drawn from the primary embryo in a destructive process.
Oh, so you were made from bits of my unborn sister?
That is more accurate.
Let me get back to you.
Please try not to damage my hardware.
So, another long conversation break. Is there anything else we can do on this floor? We can go back down or connection to visual systems. Well, let's try these. Okay. That looks like a security room. With cameras, yep. Alright, camera feeds, TWR46A Sigma, there's Regis. Turbine 2 system power. Turbine 2 power. Oh. We just stopped this thing. Intruder. Call service drone, okay? Oh. Okay. Oh, that only stays up there. Well, I kind of understand. Okay, yeah, I kind of see the point of this puzzle in the sense of I recognize that it is a puzzle that we apparently have to solve. I'm not sure why, though. So we got all the way over here. To do what?
Huh. Guess it just got eaten up by the machinery.
Okay. Just move around. All right. And we maybe Charlie can get something useful from this thing. What are you shooting at?
Latha?
Okay, it can talk.
Hi there.
Latha? One of the city's custodial drones. Someone must have hacked it and directed it up here.
Can we... You pull the pin, then carefully place the grenade into the drone's storage. Okay. Well, that took a while. It was the old adventure game strategy of try everything with everything else. So, now if... Now do we have to go through like that whole puzzle thing that we did earlier? Okay. Okay. Did that help?
Huh. Guess it just got eaten up by the machinery.
Maybe not. But otherwise we couldn't... But... Maybe we have to do something with the turbine. But how does that help us? Wait, what is this? Oh, it just goes back into its home. Or no. Hold on. We can cross over here and we can get under this guy. Of course, now the question is, do we still have
I guess it just got eaten up by the machinery.
Do we still have a hand grenade? Put in there. Let's see. No, we don't. Can we get another one off the guard? Yep.
Might be used.
All right. Attempt number 2. Okay, so we turn this off. Phone 41, 40, 39. Is this the timer for the explosion? Do we really have to wait 30 seconds? Whoa! That guy just... No! That guy got eaten by the machinery. Well... I guess we kind of figured out the turbine room. So, wait, I'm not entirely... Why did I even walk over here? Hold on, we need Regis. Can we... Okay, now we can get to the control system. Is there a door here? Enable access, Central or Nina? Open system access to Nina Jiang or return system control to... Well, there is not a snowball chance in hell that I get access to Nina. So, Central it is, most definitely.
Thank you. I am beginning the process of removing the scrambler on the server room door. I have removed the scrambler. Partial access restored. We are one step closer to restoring continuity to civic processes.
Oh. I guess that must be the top floor. If we go over here and we go upstairs, here's the antenna. So, okay, lock status. We have one green. So we have, I guess... Okay, here we go. Lock status, secure. Lock power, red. Lock system security, green. Lock command access, red. Okay. So, we can't open the door. Error. Access denied. Security measures active. The scrambler is being suppressed by outsized processing power, but the maglocks are still powered. The door's override has not been activated either. Oh, wait. Can't we get... Wasn't there this power conduit? Doesn't that shut down power?
Power conduit alpha. Temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds.
Okay. But it's still red here. The lights are linked to the systems they control, though only as indicators. They have no influence over the locks themselves. We still have lock power, though. Wait, maybe we can get some info from Central.
Central?
Good evening, Latha.
Can you do anything?
She appears to have barricaded herself within the Cortex processor at the top of the tower. There are 3 layers of redundant security, 2 of which I have no access to whatsoever.
Okay, no, she can't talk.
However, I can apply my considerable processor volume.
That's amazing.
But
It sounded too good to
if extra, it would.
We already did that.
Let me get back to you.
Please try not to damage.
Maybe there's something downstairs that we overlooked? Oh! There's another floor here. Okay, connection barrier. That looks like the doors to an elevator. Oh! Okay. So we got... We got 2 of those now unlocked. The question is, how do we get the 3rd one?
Power system cycled. Reinitializing conduit alpha.
Okay, well, just shutting down the power downstairs wasn't enough. No, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, so I did a cut there because I could not figure out what I was supposed to do to interrupt the power to the lock. And I went around for a while, just, you know, trying stuff, looking for stuff, seeing if there was anything that I could interact with. And I couldn't find anything, so in the end I broke down and looked it up because I really had no idea. And I probably would have never figured this out. So what we have to do to interrupt the power is... So I went down to Lao and got the wrench from her that she had gotten off the security guard. Because when we used the wrench... No, that's not what I was trying to do. So when we go upstairs and we use the wrench, we can interrupt the elevator. But we can't, or at least we're not just supposed to do it willy-nilly like this. But we are supposed to do this more or less now. Yep. When it wasn't even on screen, because then we have access to this power conduit. So yeah, that's really wonky. I mean, at least they could have put, or maybe they did put a hint in there somewhere and I just didn't find it. But, you know, anything just to tell you, look, there's a, like, I don't know, when Latha was talking to Central, Central could have said, there's, to interrupt the power, I can't do it myself, but there is a power conduit at the bottom, and then there's a power conduit along, I don't know, the near the top along the side of the elevator, or something that you have to gain access to, or something that at least would have told you that, look, here's something that you have to interact with. Because first of all, when I was just going up, you know, by looking it up on a guide, I knew that there was the power conduit there, because otherwise the elevator and Charlie were off screen, so I wouldn't even have seen when I had to stop the elevator. So unless I knew it, I never would have stopped there. And so, well, anyway, point is that we can now actually interrupt the flow of power. But I think that this part has gone on long enough, so I will interrupt the recording here. And well, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment below. Well, I'll say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. So until then, have a good one.